All right, our first interview. Give me your name, rank, and serial number. Who are you?
My name is Mike Hamper. I'm the political science major, senior. I'm also the student senate president, 2 terms. Yeah, serial number is 0.
Exactly. You should know your student number.
Right.
Well, Mike, what's been your favorite thing about your major that you found here at ONU?
Sure. Most definitely, it's been the discussion that I get to have outside of class. Whenever I talk about anything regarding class to any one of my professors, they're always open to saying, think about it in this way, or here's some extra books you can read if you really are interested in the topic. For example, public administration, when I took that with Dr. Alexander, it was a class that I really enjoyed, and I wanted to learn more about it. I thought maybe it was a career that I wanted to get into, so I'd ask him some questions about that, and he was always willing to, come on in, we'll talk about it, and he's really helped me figure out what my passion was as far as what kind of politics I was interested in, political science topics I was interested in.
All right. Have you had any special opportunities here at ONU, or specifically in the department?
Yes.
That you might not get elsewhere.
Sure. First off, for my department, when I was a freshman, there was the opportunity to go to one of the national conventions in 2008, and I decided I wanted to go, but the cost of it was pretty substantial. But President Baker, the vice presidents in this department put together a pool of money totaled $14,000. So that the 13 of us students who wanted to go each got a little over $1,000 apiece to defray the costs. And with that money, my parents and I were able to put together the money I needed to go to the program. But so I spent 2 weeks out in Minneapolis, St. Paul at the Republican National Convention, and just had a wonderful time there. I worked with the Congressional Quarterly. I met Mike Huckabee. I shook his hand. I met Mitt Romney. I saw Newt Gingrich. I was on the floor of the convention a couple of times, so it was a lot of fun. I met John King from CNN. It was just a lot of fun.
Excellent. Have you taken an internship, or do you plan to?
I was, like I just said, I interned in the Congressional Quarterly at the Republican National Convention, and next quarter I'll be interning with the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee. My party alliances have shifted since freshman year.
So you found out about your internship?
Yeah, I found out just about a week and a half ago. I got the offers. I figured out which one I wanted, and Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee is the one I chose. And I start March 15th, and that goes to May 20th.
All right, great. And that's through the Washington Center?
Yep.
All right. Do you feel your professors, you've talked about Professor Alexander helping you out with your passion for public administration. Do you feel that your professors in general here in the department take an interest in you?
Oh, most definitely. The professors in this department they want to know what I'm doing. And that's just human nature, I suppose. But for a professor to say, hey, how's your day going, and really actually care is something that I don't know if I could find at Ohio State or Michigan State, which is where I was looking as a freshman, other than here. And they're interested in what I'm doing, and that's an amazing feeling to come into the department and just have people ask you, what are you doing today, and actually care. It's not that normal, I don't think, for the professor-student relationship. I don't think that's very normal.
Was that what tipped you to come to ONU?
Actually, yeah. My mom forced me to come down here December 3rd of 2006. I didn't want to come. I thought I was going to go to Michigan State, go to poli-sci, their 0 to 6 program for a law degree. And I thought, that's where I'll go. But Mom knew I wanted a smaller school. I wasn't going to be happy at a state school. So she forced me to come here. And when I visited, I loved the campus, but when I talked with Dr. Ellen Wilson and Dr. Alexander on my visit to the department, that's when I was really sold. Dr. Alexander, doing his electoral college research, he talked about how he had students help him with that research, and that was just amazing. I was like, wow, you can do that as an undergraduate student. You can do actual physical research that's going to get published as an undergrad. And then about 2 months later, in my government class in high school, we watched his program that he had on C-SPAN on election night of 04, I think it was. So it was a really neat experience, but definitely I got that feel that people are going to care about me when I came here.
Great. Well, what's your favorite thing about ONU?
The
The whole experience
opportunities.
you've had.
The opportunities. There are so many opportunities. If you take advantage of them, I mean, they're yours to have.
Internships.
Everything from internships to being president of student organizations to trying to be more involved external, going to mission trips down in the Dominican Republic each summer now, doing Habitat for Humanity trips down to Mississippi and Alabama and Georgia and a couple of the southern states, New Orleans. I think they've gone a couple of times. And there's just those kind of opportunities that are there, and you just sometimes you have to seek them out, but sometimes they're also just put in your lap. Like going to a national convention was never on my radar when I was coming in as a freshman, and say, hey, there's this opportunity to go to a national convention. I mean, I want to be president of the United States eventually, I suppose, and saying, yeah, I'll go, and you don't have to be a member of the party or any of that kind of stuff, but you can go. Those kind of opportunities are there, and sometimes but you have to seek them out. Presenting at conferences is another one. I presented at the Midwest Political Science Association's conference last year, as well as the ONU conference and a Ohio Political Science and Economics, I think, conference and this past fall, and writing just some papers that I've written that I thought were good quality. I submitted, it got accepted, and went. Just things you have to seek out sometimes, though.
All right. Midwest was in Chicago, right?
Yep.
Stayed at the Palmer House or something like that?
Yeah, Palmer House Hilton.
Yeah.
It was a great place.
Well, what about the social opportunities here at ONU? Have you been kept busy?
Oh, most definitely. Because I wanted to stay busy. I wanted to go out there. I wanted to find organizations I could be a member of, and I wanted to be involved. But we have over 180 organizations at ONU, so if there's not an organization that you want to be a part of, if there's not an organization already created to fit your interests, you can create one too. That's the great thing. You find a couple people who want to be in it with you. You find a faculty member who wants to be an advisor. All of a sudden, bam, you have an organization. But I've been a member of Model United Nations. We went to New York for a conference my freshman year. I've been a student senate president for 2 terms. I was in student senate for 1 year prior to that as a secretary of judicial affairs. I'm a member of President's Club, which is an alumni relations group. I'm a member of Pi Sigma Alpha, the political science honorary. And besides all of that, you got the academic work that keeps you busy as well. But I've definitely been busy. I've never had a dull moment, and of course, then you also have to leave some time for some fun. You can go to SPC events every Tuesday and Friday. They're free for all students.
What's SPC?
Student Planning Committee. They bring in comedians, especially first weekend that all the students are back. Opening comedians, best show that they have for sure. But they also bring in different bands. They have different activities that they do. They did a murder mystery dinner the other night. So they try to keep it fresh. New ideas are happening all the time. Bingo's another one. Residence Life is trying to put up more events as well. So there's always something to do. You just have to make sure you know about it.
All right. Anything else you want to say about ONU or HPJ? The History,
Sure.
Politics, and Justice Department, I should say.
Sure. The department's been amazing. It's been a family to me. I'm going to miss it when I graduate here in a short couple months. Actually, miss it when I go to D.C., I guess, in a couple weeks. But ONU's been amazing. The opportunities provided to me have just been spectacular, more than I could have ever imagined. And most of it's because I had the drive to find them, and I wanted to do it. But I think that's a common story around ONU. I think you have students here who want to find the opportunities and who want to do big things, and that's the culture. And if you're not that kind of character, if you don't feel like in your lifetime you'd like to do something big, I think when you come here, you'll find other people who want to do something big, and I think you'll get that feel. You'll start saying, "Wow, I can do something big too." I admit, when I came in as a freshman, I knew I wanted to be president of the United States, but I had no clue how to get there, and I didn't know what my in-between steps were going to be. But after 4 years, I've figured that out. Not completely, don't have a set in stone plan, but more likely go to law school, get involved in politics and public service this way, move up the ranks that way. So it helps you figure out your life too. That college experience is amazing. Living on campus, I mean, the freshmen just got these wonderful dorms 2 years ago that I wish I had as a freshman. with air conditioning and all that stuff. And we had box fans when I was a freshman. I mean, it feels like it was so long ago, but the housing's been improved. Dr. Baker, in his 12 years here, spent over $130 million on campus buildings and improvements. So it's a great campus to be at. We're going to be we're going to have great buildings for the next 50 years. Hopefully, Hill's getting renovated as well. Hopefully that'll be done in the next 2 to 3 years. So Northern's going places, and if you're going to be here, it's going to be a wild ride, and you're going to be able to really watch it and be involved in that transition. I'm going to be interested watching it as an alumni, and hopefully giving back if I have the income to watch it go places that I've been involved with some of the discussions where we want to go as a student senate president, and there's some great places to go, and I just would like to be able to watch it as an alumni.
And so your plans include law school? Between 22 and 35 when you run for president?
Exactly.
All right. Any place in particular you're looking at?
Well, I got a really good LSAT score. I'm looking at Northern because of the wonderful benefits that are provided. There's a great scholarship for if you're a Northern grad. My LSAT score is very good, but I'm also looking at Notre Dame, Southern Methodist University in Dallas, Vanderbilt, Wake Forest, George Washington, Emory, and Washington University in St. Louis, and there's one more, but I don't remember.
Okay, great. All right. Well, thanks a lot, Mike.
William and Mary, that's it.
William and Mary.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.